Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Just give me a second here. Let's make sure everyone is okay in OBS. And a happy Thursday to all. Who do we have in here at the minute? Chaotic Tranquility. Thanks, Egg. Thank you, Chaotic. Dush, Marco. Nomis. Anita, Bananita. Probably my favourite username in any of the live chats. Bammy, Darjeeling, Sputnik, Tommy, Jow. All fantastic human beings with great character. Welcome back to the Margaret City, everyone. And a shout out to the VOD watchers. You guys can choose what we do today if you like. The city in terms of RCI is kind of screaming for residential. And I've also put render its heat light preset on it, so it shouldn't be as overexposed going forward. I feel like we were missing a bit of render it just to tame the CS1 graphics. I think render it with the Phoenix theme might be my favourite graphical settings on CS1. Very nice, isn't it? Sunday. Devon. Object. Welcome back in. So yeah, we do need some residential. In terms of where I'll put it, I think we'll keep going out this way. Looking to fill these areas bound by the highway mass, I think. Or we could go low density and fill this side, which we might do this side actually. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe we'll go to Google Maps and immediately check out some inspiration, shall we? I think especially for mile grid residential. Any shouts on... Should we go to Albuquerque? Albuquerque is another monstrous grid formation in the desert, isn't it? Here we go. Shawnage, EMB, welcome in guys. Brooklyn and Queens suburb maybe. We could do some Brooklyn and Queens warfare, yeah. I'm happy to try some new sciences today. So we can look at Albuquerque, which is basically small Phoenix. We have lots of reference point here. I mean, this is basically all mid-century modern stuff, isn't it? Everyone's got a pool that lives here. It's all very tree-lined. All single-story stuff. This is very Phoenix, isn't it? Or very Southwest America, I suppose. The city looks much better. Is there any change in theme? No, so the theme is the same. It's the... Well, we changed it last stream to the Phoenix one, which is the one we use for ILOS, but now it has the render it heat light preset on it, which just massively sorts the exposure out. Not to get distracted from our original point, nice airport inspiration here in the desert, with a golf course immediately next door to it. Significantly less gridded over here, isn't it? I wonder what happened there. Isn't that interesting, how it goes to be much more organic in this section? I wonder why that is. Does anyone know? Has anyone been to Albuquerque? I bet there's an interesting story there, isn't there? Where's Phil when you need him? Yeah, anyway. Where's downtown Albuquerque here? So if we wanted a little more medium density, we could possibly have a look down Gold Avenue Southwest. Got some apartments over here, I think. It's not quite rigidly gridded, but Houston is somewhat similar. Playing CS and watching Egg doesn't get better than that. Hello, Lala Minute. Welcome in. Have you ever done merch with your Eggisms on? I 100% wear an egg-based hoodie. We did have a range of merch a while ago, but I basically wiped it because we didn't really sell any of it. I also commissioned a a canvas design, and we never made the money back on it to justify what it cost to make it. So I've just never really been a creator that sells tons of merch, so there isn't that much of it for that reason. But yes, it is something I need to sort out. I actually joined Fourth Wall a few weeks ago, looking to relaunch the whole range of merch, and I actually messaged an artist on Fiverr. But yeah, I didn't like his prices, and it hasn't been picked up since. So yeah, I could do some egisms. Got some residential here. Some homeless activity as well, unfortunately. How sad. Even got the tents down here. This is exactly like CS2, isn't it? This place. More apartments over here, though. Could do some of this stuff. What have we got here? Like a little, just a fenced yard for no apparent reason. Storing some pallets in there by the looks of it. This is quite inspiring. Kind of wasteland and lower income apartment housing, perhaps, on the north side of a city. Could do something like that. El Paso might be worth looking into. What other cities have we got in New Mexico? The major ones, really, as you can see. Las Cruces, is this there? Another one. Not quite to the same scale, but it's more of the same inspiration we're after. Got some really nice campus inspiration here, actually. Look at that. We can find some residential around this, perhaps. It all looks the same, doesn't it? The Southwest, like, you could play a game of just dragging the first person view around. See what I mean? It's the same again. It's actually quite funny. But yeah, I think maybe this is the vibe we can run with. Kind of, we keep seeing this, you know, this kind of fenced off, dusty wasteland that's not been developed yet or sold next to some grimier apartment vibes. Bit more single story around here, isn't it? These are quite fun little homes, aren't they? These are very Breaking Bad. Very Breaking Bad, those homes. Pretty sure, isn't this like one of the houses from the first episode? Looks very similar. Fun garage. Anyone know what that sign means? Hopefully it's nothing horrendous. It might be. And plywood homes. Isn't that interesting? Is that actual plywood? I'm not sure on that one. Good detail inspo here though. Chain link fencing, portaloos. Some interesting, perhaps more medium density apartments here. Quite like this. Okay, we've got more of a condo complex here, it looks like. Yeah, little gazebo action in the middle of the condos there. Oh, look at that view, isn't that amazing? I love mountains. Southwest of America is remarkably beautiful, isn't it? That's blurred for some reason. Okay. Kind of boring car parking layout there, but we don't have to follow it exactly. And then we just have like basic commercial sat on the actual grid arterial. Little Burger King action here. More car parking, of course. And then some sports field action. Okay, I think we've got enough to go on. Seen a few condos, a few dusty old lots. Bit of strip mall inspiration here, maybe. With a motel. Get a motel in. We found some really good motel views in the Ilium stream last time, didn't we? This is another motel here. I'm not sure, that might be apartments. There's no real motel reception there, is there? Oh, is it even a motel? I don't think it is it? No, is it just, there's a sign here. It is apartments, okay. Yeah, there you go. Monte Vista Apartments, 2-bedroom unfurnished. By Trio Investments. Okay, well, I can do a motel regardless, I think. I'll do that. But welcome everyone, happy Thursday to all. I hope everyone's had a good week so far. I did want this in here. I'm just going to move it not over there for right now because I need to change my game anarchy settings, of course. Of course. Let's come back to creative mode, please. There we go. And I can also turn day back a little bit too. Right, so move that over there. And then we'll form up our... Do you want to build it right side or left side of the university here? Which space do you want to fill today? Right or left here? Oh, hey, Casino. Just some Google Earth inspiration you missed at the start there. We're knocking about in Albuquerque and Las Cruces, New Mexico. When people blow their houses on maps, it looks like CS2 graphic buggy does, yeah. Get the light flickering as well. It's the base of the house, then it's covered, says Stephanie. What do they cover it with? Left. Left lower density, yeah. Yeah, I think we'll go left here. Okay, we've got trams to mess about with here too. And do we also want to start another method of transit? Maybe overground metro. That will eventually take people into downtown. Maybe it can flow alongside this, maybe. There's a higher speed option alongside the tram that stops less frequently. Maybe we will look at that. If we are going to look at that, let's immediately have a look at a station at the same time. And probably have some sort of pedestrianised transit hub here. We'll have tram roads there. Such a split crew. I know it was all over the place, that vote, wasn't it? No wonder. I'll ever agree. I think I'm likely to go for a fancier metro. There is the possibility to also extend that. Probably feed it here. And then cross it over the road and carry it on down that way. I'll probably do that at some point. When we come to develop the other side of the grid where it's empty over there, we'll bring that metro this way. And we'll just keep it kind of looping through the grid. Up to actually line up the metro with the tram first. I want it to sit slightly lower. Something like that. I'll bring it up I don't have precision engineering on in this playset. I should do. I don't know why that's not on. How about a BRT to go with it? Yeah, for sure. We can do both. I'm going to drag that metro across now because I want to make sure I save room for it. This is fine. Can you come through the station, or are you going to clip horrifically there? Yes, you will. I might be able to just nudge the bus station along a bit there. There we go. I'm going to have to downgrade those trees on the road as well. Change them into a bush or something. Okay, that's fine. At least we know it's in there now. Right. We did have pathways coming over this side. Let's allow for them to converge with something here. And then this road, I'll probably downgrade to normal roads so I can connect into them for walkability purposes. Up to... and probably the whole bottom section, actually. Some quite nice interchanges on this map from Uncle Ron. Probably have all this as lower grade road. So I'll probably build around this interchange. I don't think it's going to be this exposed forever. There'll be something around it at some point once we reach there. So I'm happy to have people walking around it. I'll keep the slip ramps as motorways, but everything else can be fine. And then this road over here as well. Lower grade road, which is not going to be happy with my no controller work. Let's just stretch these guys out a little bit, shall we? A very unhappy torn node here in the middle. Let's bring everyone forward a bit. It's very stretched out, that. Probably want some IMT when it's that big, I think. Well, that's fine. Now we have that in, I can have a road that comes out from this one up to and behind the metro, and then just go into here. I'm not going to connect it to the other side of that little couplet. That, really nasty short segment in there. There we go. That can be two-way as well. I'm not really bothered about that being anything else. Okay, we'll keep some of that commercial we saw coming down here as well, like we saw in, was it Las Cruces, just the Burger King. So, fairly large individual lots here. We'll do cinema. Do we even want to do like the very American parking lot road design? Like each lot has its own quite obnoxious car park. It will eat up a few extra nodes, but it will give us a very Margrid view, I think. Maybe something a little less fancy for a low-income neighbourhood from Metro Station. I suppose so. I guess we are also near the university though, so there is some income here. And then we'll have some car parking here. Let's correct some node heights. Yeah. And then essentially just keep doing this in different variations, really. Maybe some space between for a little bit of southwesty overgrowth. A little bit of palmage. A couple of rocks as well. Then the next commercial lot, and do that drive-through looking restaurant, right? This one already comes with a few of its own parking spaces, so I won't put any extra on. And then maybe a little court or something. Maybe some of those new renewed history. Courtage, something a touch bigger. Will that fit? Just collide with the metro a little bit. But I'll try and make it work. Then another one. Let's have maybe some older blocks. Just here by the bridge. Something a touch smaller as well. There we go. He might not actually be very happy sat on this node. We might need to change his spawn point a little bit there. Just put him there. This feels so eyeless, I'm happy. It is very eyeless, isn't it? Doesn't that car park just wrapping around the side of the building make like an enormous difference to how the commercial sits on the street? You could argue maybe this one's too big, possibly. How about a small bank? Which first person mod view works? Which one am I using? This one here. I can go to the Steam listing for you. This is the one I use. I'll put it in the live chat for you. Yeah, a small bank, late checkout fee, which is again is another really good username. I really like that. Anita, Bananita, and late checkout fee are two of my favorite usernames. You see in the chat. Yeah, I like the idea of a small bank. Let's do that. Small bank is yeah, small bank, post office as well. Those sort of general main street services are all welcome. We've got a clinic here. There's technically two massive hospitals right there. And yeah, we definitely don't need medical over here. Maybe rotated 45 degrees and off to the angle. And then this is a corner asset, the post office. This can't not sit on a corner just because of the shape of it. Maybe under the metro. Yeah. Do we like the bank rotated, or is that just being obnoxious? Should we just keep it level? I'm not sure there. Beanugs, welcome on in. What a nice, but maybe talk about McDonald's restaurant for a day, says Sunday. Your messages are always so broken, Sunday. I'm never quite sure exactly what it is you're saying. But I'll tell you that, you want a McDonald's in here for a day? I don't have any custom assets, but I can keep some fast food in here for you. I can offer you a burger bite instead. Or big bite, whatever it's called. Yeah, this is the one I want here. this university city stuff I'm thinking of. Shopping malls might be veering a little bit fancy for what I'm really wanting here, I think. Yeah. Emerging downtowns is probably the way to go. I'm going to switch these two around. Have that sat on the corner, and then this will let me just open up to this Metro Plaza a little easier with this rounded building here. We do have snapping nodes here, don't we? Yes, we do. I'm going to draw that one out there then. And likewise with that one. And they should just be connecting in there regardless. Of course they won't at the minute anyway, because that metro station goes literally nowhere. So let's make sure it does work. We've got another little metro, well, another tram plaza over here, haven't we? So maybe we can squeeze this metro in here. We'll come back and decorate this in a second, because they're so big, aren't they? That's a massive station. I can actually very nearly get that to fit, though, over those two roads. A little bit of move it should fix that, actually. Oh, no. That pillar's right in the road, isn't it? I could always node control it out. I can get that one to fit. But not this one. And it's easier to node control this road than it is the couplet system. Okay, that's fine. We'll come back to that in a second. And then this. Just come across here. We'll worry about pillars in a bit. Make it a median road with a pillar in the median. That's a good shout, Lammy. Yeah, median will also do it. Oh, there you go. I'll come and fix that in a sec. That other station, I mean. But at least now we can see how people will come and go from said station. Underneath, I think we'll just go dusty. And then we'll start transitioning to some of these residential designs we want to do on the other side of the block. We'll do build guide overgrown here. Hey Marcus, welcome into the stream, mate. How are you? You have a McDonald's at home kind of chain? Yeah, this is like McDonald's at home, isn't it? Backwater burger. Take that out, actually. I would like some commercial just directly underneath. Let's filter out of our size options. As somewhat grimy as possible. They're two very similar assets, those, aren't they? Very fusible in that instance, actually. I feel like some discarded shopping trolleys would go well here. They're all very fusible. These three assets here, aren't they? Are all very, very similar. We never really noticed that before. You could probably make a really interesting fusing out of these three, couldn't you? Has anyone else ever noticed that? That those three are basically the same asset. Just slightly wider or shallower. Interesting. Nearly 4,000 hours, I've never noticed that before. We'll remember that for something. Let's bring some office space in here as well. Let's not just go solely commercial. Let's have some workspaces in. Bit of older looking office near the main street maybe. Nothing tall and glassy. Order red brick is the order of the day, I think. Then maybe even a little car park behind all this commercial, perhaps for commuters on the metro if they want to leave their car here for the day. The metro has its own car park sort of deal for commuters with the computers, which I can't stop saying that. I've been recording Ilium this morning. I'm pretty sure I said it again in that episode. It just, I can't not say it if I hear the word commuters. And then we'll blend that in so long stay people can get in. And I might do something similar here as well. Just where I can align some car parking with the couplet system. Which will look quite nice. Set everyone to the same height. Commuter says no, fusing two of the different British comedies there, A and B. Alan Partridge meets Little Britain. Glad I'm not the only one that's been having the single node jank when connecting streets in Anarchy. I've never had it happen before the most recent update. I wonder what broke. Maybe something to do with the adding fences to road code that's gone in. That's obviously affected how networks are reading, hasn't it? Maybe something to do with that. It's not been too bad in Ilium, to be fair. It's been alright for me. And then again, this can just connect in. Okay. Let's also address the traffic lights at the front of the metro. Yes, we want worker demands. Okay, let's build a condo then. Let's give them a condo. For condo assets, I think if we're going to be looking at that southwest inspiration, something heavily repetitive is probably in order. Wall to wall is the obvious go-to for a condo look. Or Hearts of Korea, which we always say we love and then literally never use because I always forget it comes with low density residential options. Which probably are some of the better condo looking buildings. A few options from this. This one in particular is quite good. Is that it? That's quite a fun one. Wall to wall feels more southwest, I agree. I'm inclined to agree with that. Green cities, we do use these buildings quite a lot. They're more towery as well than condo-y, I think, aren't they? A bit too tall. Too tall and narrow, I think, green cities for what the vibe I want here. Oh, there's the Art Deco stuff, which is very condo-y as well. A repetition of Art Deco is very southwest. Hey, what do we think? I think there's a general condo selection. I think this stuff is a little bit... No, thank you. I think it comes down to maybe this one I wouldn't mind in a repetition. Especially with the little balcony it has on the side. Or we do some wall-to-wall. Or Art Deco. Alright, trains. What's up here? You okay? Do we have a dead train? You're okay? Why are you stuck here? Who is stuck? Yeah, we have stuck Sims here. Really strange place for you to get stuck though. We've not got any really small segments knocking around here, have we? For... No. Is it you? Is it that car? Yes, it was that car. That car was blocking that train, which backed everything else up. I wonder why that got stuck. Hold on. Come into traffic manager. There's an option here under maintenance for traffic manager for resetting stuck sims and vehicles. Yeah, if you ever get that and you can't find out the problem, it's always an option worth hitting. Okay, I think it's the red car. Got him. Yeah, he just got stuck on the crossing for some reason. Yeah, do we decide? Been using green cities 1x2 row home for condo type buildings. What looks nice. It's been a nightmare when I've been doing underground train and metro lines. Takes forever to find the offending node. This parking space in the corner of such a prominent junction feels out of place. This one here. Might change it out for a building yet. We'll see what happens with the front of the metro station. I'm kind of leaning into Art Deco, I think, more than anything else for that. I feel like I backed up. I mean, back to back, not as in constipated or anything. Art Deco pattern is very condo-y and sort of the vibe I'm looking for. And if I spin it around and move it up, I can then envision how I want my car parks to form off this. So I'm going to use the parking lot roads to provide connection. And then every block of repetition from the apartments will have a one-sided or double-sided car park. I'm not sure. And then it can continue as such. And then maybe we wrap the other side up. Actually, with that car park is what we do with that. So it will mirror like that. And then we can have the opposite car parking here. And I could even leave a gap between the fusing so it looks like the condos have back door access, so to speak. And that gives us our repetitive American condo pattern. Could fuse the Art Deco condos into a cross pattern. Into a cross? I can't picture what you mean there, Brizzy. Got to get up for the next student. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Everyone see you later, A&B. Have a good one. Sorry, yeah, late checkout fee, not Brizzy, sorry. I don't have repaint on Tommy now. Sorry if he says what parking lot one is that. These are the parking lot roads, but I think are they a bad idea? I'll put the link in the live chat for you. And they should have a collection. Yeah, here you go. Parking lot roads. This has them all, doesn't it? Yeah. It's called parking lot roads. It's the best car parking for CS1 in my opinion. Again, I'll post it in the live chat. Error, try again. How about you let me post a link in my lone live chat, YouTube? YouTube's like, no, you can't post that. Like, how about yes, YouTube? It's my live stream. Hey, Miner, welcome in. There's loads of different packs of it as well, Chaotic, so you can get like some really worn down ones, like all cracked concrete. Like on the roads, like there's loads of different packs. Just have a look at Bad Ideas expansion packs for parking lot roads. Also download the mod called Parking Lot Snapping as well, which is what's letting me do this. You see how my parking lots are sliding to the parking lot road? That's the parking lot snapping mod that does that. If you don't have that, you have to manually adjust every parking space. It's a pain in the ass, so get parking lot snapping as well. Okay, I think I'm sold with this. I think I'm sold. Yeah, I think a pool no miss would be most welcome. I agree with that. Let's have a pool here. And then we'll probably let this run up to the metro. Sorry, the train, sorry, which will be very visually southwest frontage network design for us here. I'm gonna let that run all the way along down to the river. This one connect into it. You are the best, thank you. You are the best. Chaotic, thank you for your kind words. I'm gonna put that there just for right now. Because I want... Let's get this in first, so we're 4 units every time, aren't we, between that? Which is fine. Although, how do I want to do the car park this way? Is it going to be that way? Depending which side I draw it on dictates where the parking goes, which I think is what I want to do. Yeah, I'll keep alternating it, so it should be this side this time. Just downloaded them all, thank you. Yeah, they're a really good pack. I don't think I'm out of line in saying it's the best option for modded Cities 1 parking. Are we bothered about them all being the same colour? Do we want to reset until we're happy? With the pool in the middle, I think we'll make part of a wider, I guess, community hub for people living in the apartment complex. Which can include a pool, a sauna, and yoga garden with maybe a cafe, maybe a catfish cafe, and some other sort of sports, maybe some of these basketball slash football pitches. Oh, it's so annoying that they're subject to terrain inconsistency. Hey Tess, welcome in. Both sides are parking in the middle. I did think about that, Marco, but I wanted the thinner single side. Should be enough parking for them anyway. Okay, and then this road here should probably just encase that central hub near perfectly actually, which is very nice and near. Then we'll pull that up. There's even room for little parks there we can squeeze in to make the Sims extra happy here. Like one of those, and we'll make that a tiny pond. Yep, not like that. Oh, go away. Little annoying thing. There we go. It's gone again. And then another one here. Which will do as tiny gym. Yeah, I can sit next to the yoga garden. Maybe even another one actually. Just in here as well. And we can do this as tiny playground. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, I like that though. There's a lot of hot people in this park. Tanning, sauna, hot yoga. I also really want to try hot yoga, you know. I think I'd enjoy it. Okay. And then I guess I'll just keep the pattern running full grid. Or maybe a larger super condo. It does nearly perfectly fit. Can we fuse these? Into this direction, I wonder. Like condo final boss sort of form. Does anyone live in one of these places? It does make for a very... If we're going to have this formation though, I think we have to make it all the same colour. There's lots of curves and bumps around the front of the building though, isn't there? I don't hate it. I think it's a bit too extravagant though. What is hot yoga? Extra sweaty yoga? Pretty much, Nomis, yeah. So you do yoga in... Just a really, like, basically like a hot tent. Like a air-conditioned tent. So it's well conditioned to be very warm. So you'll just massively sweat out a lot of toxins. Pretty intense, I believe. But it's good for ridding stuff out of your system. Here we think we need to switch it with the other Art Deco one. Oh, he's covered in a lot of crap though. I could bob it off. Just thinking of... Sorry, just having some Art Deco science here, everyone. I was thinking of joining the gap in the middle with another set of Art Deco towers, perhaps some more luxury, more expensive apartments on the site. Hence the pool on the top, and then the middle one can join them there. But I'll just have to bob off. You know what, I might not even need to. Yeah, I need to get rid of the trees. The trees are a bit ridiculous. But something to that effect. Or just leave it open in the middle. Why not just 4 shaped like a cross? Why not indeed? Yeah, why not? Tommy raises strong questions. Art Deco science sounds like the antithesis of steampunk. It could be, yeah. It could be, couldn't it? You could have 3 on each side and have like a halfway pathway through the middle. Yeah. Maybe that's the play. Doesn't quite fit with 3, but we can just stitch them together, of course. We'll make it fit. I think maybe sometimes the rule of cool is too hard to resist, isn't it? I wonder if that'll fit that park. It's not far off. That's also kind of a possibility. Which will also make the park between the apartments functional. Hey ZT, how's it going, mate? Poplar Ponderosa. Yes, mate, how are you, dude? Poplar, someone was suggesting me one of your maps yesterday for a new CS2 series. Is it Coos Bay? Something Bay, is it? Does that ring a bell with you? Yeah, nice to see you, man. How are you? I met Poplar guys in Sweden a couple of months ago. Beautiful human being, really nice guy. That's one of my favourite people there. No joke. He's super cool. Fangirled over the map maker. Yeah, we're basically just changing the build at that point, aren't we, Skinny? We just start bobbing everything off of it. I think I like this, though. I think I'm on board with that. I'm going to leave it in. And then what's the terrain doing here? Because we're quite close to the river now. I'm going to have to push that up a little bit. To this height there. Coos Bay, my favourite map. Should we have a look at that? People have been asking me the new modded CS2. We'll check it out. How are you spelling it? Coos Bay. Wouldn't it come up in Paradox Mods? Coos Bay, Oregon. Poplar Ponderosa. This one here. Is it this one? This does look quite nice, Poplar. Let's open up some large screenshots here. I really like that beach. Oh, I like this bay as well. This little canal feature here. It's probably your favourite map, is it? Is it based in anywhere? Oh, Coos Bay, Oregon. Right, okay. Okay, there's a YouTube trailer, is there? Is there a link? See the YouTube link for the map trailer? Let's watch this together, shall we? Don't copyright strike me, Poplar. No, I will hunt you down if you do. Everyone subscribe to Poplar, by the way.
Hello, this is Poplar Ponderosa, and in this video, I'm giving an overview of
Yeah, I like all these rivers.
for city skylines too.
I can see myself building on this, Poplar.
Coos Bay, Oregon. In this video, I'll tell you a bit about the real location and discuss the map features.
What is Coos Bay like in real world? IRL. Sorry, we're just taking a brief detour here, everyone. Bear with it. Bear with it. Okay, yeah, so we're seeing this here, right? All these sandy banks. North Bend. Oh, isn't that a fun airport right on the front of the city there? Where in Oregon is this? Are we like near the Canadian border basically? I know it's quite far south here, I suppose. What's a grid? A little bit of more wind spray. Okay. Yeah, I might have a look at that then. People were suggesting that Poplar. Sorry to get distracted. very, very briefly there. Mikey says he's currently playing on Coos at the minute. It's a great map. Wonderful. I'm glad to hear that, Mikey. How deep are our parking roads here? 275. Yes, that's what I want here. And then that back in, and then we can just alternate. Wait. And then we can just duplicate this up. The whole Oregon coast is beautiful. Coos Bay is no exception. Yeah, it's very dramatic, I believe, isn't it? The northwest coastline. I guess it would be, isn't it, going up to kind of like Vancouver and that very hilly, boreal mountain environment. I imagine you're getting a lot of very dramatic coasts, cliffs, bays in that arena, you know. Did we decide on colour? Don't really see unanimous vote in the live chat, I don't think. Do you want to go reset them all? Or are we happy with multicolour Condo City? Don't mind them all multicoloured, I suppose. So cool to have a player and a map creator in the same chat. It was so cool to meet him, Mark, here. Have you had your other kid yet, Papa? That was soon, right? You definitely mentioned that. There's a third one, the way I think. There is a trailer separate from the map overview. I should link that instead. Can you link both, Papa? I've literally never uploaded anything to Paradox mods. I have no idea. Not a clue. Douche is happy with the multicolour Condo City, so I'm going to run with it. It's ultimately only Douche's opinion I really care for. As long as they're happy. So am I. Let's roll. This is backwards. That needs to be drawn in. This way. Next child coming soon. Amazing. Can we get a lot of celebratory and baby related emojis in the live chat for Poplar, please? For repopulating the earth. For the third time, I believe, Poplar. You absolute machine, mate. No one can stop Poplar's genes from spreading around the planet. Yeah, congratulations, man. That's such amazing, cute news. Well done to you. These streams are so funny. There's zero building. It's definitely a vibe. think we'll just go for simple palm and chain link here. Looking at a lot of those pallets we saw on Street View around Albuquerque. Let's use the smaller one here so we don't get so much overlap. Yeah, I was discussing Poplar making me a map for the new series. And he's like, can't. He's like, there's more kids coming. I was like, alright, yeah, alright. Fair enough. Fair enough. But if Coos Bay is already a fan favourite, we might go for that. I'm going to keep the condo isolated, I think, so the only way into it is via the entrances on the road here rather than little side ones, I think. And that's fine, we won't hook that in either. So I'll keep the chain link running this side as well. Up to the rail. You should connect the paths over the metro line in the back. Yeah, we've got a couple of paths to connect here actually. We've got these ones at the back of the station, which can just come down. We'll decide what sits here in a second. And then we've got this one over the back of the train as well, which I think we'll keep running for a little bit. It probably makes more sense for this to be cycle path at this length. But I will allow a crossing into a condo complex here. That'll do. Oh. One of those famous desert bears is approaching. Interesting if anyone uses this. Is this going into a pretty busy hub, isn't it? Yeah, straight out of that train station, in fact, over here. So should we also connect it from this side as well? But no, it's fine. I'll just leave it over this one. Already they love it though. Which is nice. Are you still playing CS1 Poplar, or are you exclusively 2 now? I think you're pretty much just 2, aren't you? Does Gem like rocks as much as more than Biffa? I'm not sure on that one. Biffa's pretty well known for his alien rocks, isn't he? Bear versus train. Who wins? Would you rather fight one train-sized bear or one bear-sized train? Which one would you rather take on? Popsky would rather take on a bear-sized train. Okay, I'm liking the vibes too here. Let's bring in our river palette, which is honestly one of my favourite bits about Sankoku, is this dry, well it's not dry anymore because there's water here, but this kind of dusty overgrown riverside is very enjoyable. a bit thick over here, isn't it? So let's just thin that out a touch if we can. Very dense there. I think maybe more vegetation is actually needed over plant overgrowth. All this here. And then I really wish you could add this stuff to a forest brush. That would make me very happy. I still have it installed. I was looking at Steam the other day and realised I haven't played it since last May, Poplar. A 4-year. Jeepers. How are you still alive? Yeah, that's some stint, that, mate. That is some stint. Although when I was recording CS2 this week with the Oakley episode, which I really enjoyed recording, actually. I very much enjoyed that, the Oakley build. I really like that map as well, from Lane. Lane's Ithaca map is, like, really gorgeous. But I am perhaps looking forward to something a little bit flatter. It's like my only CS2 experience is either Project Skylines, which is the flattest map in existence, or Oakley, which is like the hilliest map in existence. Like there's no flat spaces left in Oakley now. Do I want more commercial here? You guys gonna be bothered if I do more parking lots? Should we do it? I'm thinking just for underneath the metro here. Just there. Poplar as well, also speaking about just meeting him in Sweden, is now one of the only people in the live, well, one of the few people in the live chat who's had the egg face reveal. He knows. I had to make him sign a contract in Stockholm. Like, I will take you to court if you take a picture of me, Poplar. Poplar is under NDA. He's paving paradise. I put up a parking lot pretty much. I might actually name that today's stream. Flopsky. When the stream VOD goes up. Just want some very cute southwesterly looking commercial here. Something fun by the river. And then that chain link fencing can come back down here now. To join up with this area here. I can hear Cocoa Beans taking a drink. That's so cute. She is quenching a thirst, which I just find so adorable. Give me some more parks, bro, says Sunday. You want some more parks, Sunday? I can give you some parks near the metro, which I think is what we'll turn our attention to next. We need a pedestrian area here, which we should have one right here. I'm just going to steal this pedestrian area here. There we go. Sweet. Posture check. Yeah, that's a good shout, actually. We'll have a little bit of nighttime hydration and posturing, shall we, with our condo complex, which has come along tremendously well. Need to add the rest of the parking spaces there. Definitely the right shout, I think, with the Art Deco stuff. Just screams of condo, doesn't it? Miss Coco on Instagram today. Yeah, she's not been on today. She was Was it yesterday? Do you want to go see? Can I plug my own Instagram stories again? Be in the archive. Yeah, 2 days ago she was on. Yeah, I was doing some floor stretching and she woke up, just stared at me. And then there's more cute Coco pictures. Some evening scritching. And little siesta. You can see a scar here, much more clearly, where it's healing now. And then we have croissant mode, which is all sleepy and cute. And then being watched. She's very adorable, isn't she? I could fall on cocoa beans forever. If you also want to see stupid things posted like this, such as mega long container ship isn't real, it can't hurt you. But also mega long container ship. Follow me on Instagram. Yeah, a little posture check and a hydration break, please all. My coffee is stone cold now, I'm not drinking that. A bit of baseball. Yeah, we can do some baseball here, Tommy. We'll do a baseball park. It was really interesting putting face to names. I haven't broken your NDA, I swear. Glad to hear, Poplar. Glad to hear. Yes, it is. It is always so fun meeting the other creators, isn't it? There was loads of people there this time as well I hadn't met before. Like Sonny Scunny. He was really fun to meet. Got to share a dinner table with him. Yeah, very fun. Very fun indeed. Oh, stretch your shoulders, everyone. Oh, I need a standing desk, I think. Oh, such a satisfying stretch. Oh my god. You took photos to show your partner. There's pictures in the Discord, Skinny. If you want actual pictures of her, they're in there as well. Do I have anything to post today? Actually, I should do. I'm pretty sure I took a picture of her the other day. There was actually in the Discord, I posted Zeus asked for Koto content the other day. Yeah, there was this one. She fell asleep in her bed the other day. Zeus asked for a picture. And all this is available in the Discord if you want to come and join us. But there was another one, a video of her that my friend took. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. See how stiff and slow she is now here? Walking up to the camera. She's so small and so cute. There you go. You got some live Coco footage. Play it one more time. And then we'll stop. There she goes. Tiny brown dog. Very sweet. So yeah, join us in the Discord if you want to enjoy such things with us. Should rename the Instagram to Coco. Just Coco. Could start her own Instagram, yeah. We should definitely get more followers than me. Though how many Instagram followers are we on now? Oh, we hit 1100. Very nice. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you so much for 1100 Instagram followers. Makes me feel so basic saying that. Like I need to go out and finance a fee at 500 from hitting 1100 Instagram followers. It's like the rite of initiation, isn't it? Like you actually can't lease a fee at 500 until you have 1100 Instagram followers. Fun fact, everyone. Right. Yeah. I have some baseball in here. She's so stinking cute, isn't she, just? She's literally like the most adorable creature you could ever wish to see. What do we want here? I feel like this is kind of an awkward spot. I could just bring another local road up and have the park sat more this way, which I'm fine with. Although it's a bit... Are we facing towards the tracks? Is that better than facing towards people? I never know with baseball. Like, it's such a high velocity sport. And I mean that literally. Like, I never know where you want to be hitting the ball to. Into other people or into vehicles? What's the better option there? I would say into people, but you know, you might cause a crash if you don't. Is the rules in America as to how you should orientate your local pitches? I have to say, really enjoying all these layers here, especially with the highway in the background as well. Very nice, that, isn't it? Anyone not in the Discord is Ace, definitely worth joining. Thank you so much, Lammy. Yes, it's nice to see Lammy joining the usual rotation of hello and good morning every morning in there now. Sunday wanted parks, so we're going to give him exactly that. We'll spam down selections of our favourite. Let's get some of the new ones in here as well. Probably not Brutalist. A bit too much for this area. Or maybe one of these, actually. One of these massive ones with the dome. How long until Coca Bean's Instagram out earns an egg YouTube channel? You know what, I should make a video out of that. How long would it take before my dog becomes a bigger influencer than me? Probably not that long, you know. I think if I really branded it and was posting like 5 or 6 times a day pure Coco edited videos to an Instagram, she'd probably fly up pretty cute. Or pretty swiftly, because she is so cute. She's a very aesthetic, visually pleasing dog. So I think she'd do quite well on a dog-orientated Instagram, for lack of a better phrase, I suppose. Just going to bring some shrubbery under this bridge. A little bit lesser maintained under here, of course, by the tracks. I'm happy with that. Just 2 parks in there. I feel like we are. I think I like that. Nothing too intimidating. Nice low density suburban filler. These parks are massive, aren't they? Absolutely huge. I feel this deserves to be a parking road, to be honest. Story of today's stream. Yeah, park here. Bit of disabled action toward the end of the street. There you go. It's usual to have a road behind the field, and if a kid has some power, they're hitting a car. I've seen it multiple times. Isn't the baseball now just facing the trains? Yes. Isn't that better though? I suppose it'd rather it hit someone's train window than someone's head. Because baseballs are pretty hard, aren't they? Yeah, I guess I'd rather the ball be going that way than, you know, into John's window, basically. Let's not forget to add the remaining spaces over here as well. Did we get them all? Yes, we did. Perfect. Right, the metro station here. Dush wasn't happy with the car park in here, and given the fact we now have so many across the street, probably inclined to agree. So do you want a building here? Any suggestions? Something perhaps a little taller that maybe complements the university across the street. Hey Joe, was away for a while. The new neighborhood looks nice. Yeah, nice little condo complex here. Pools, saunas, basketball, and somewhat cheap rent available. Baseballs don't hurt that much. With baseball, you would be more worried about balls going to the side and out of play to hit stuff rather than back or front. Maybe a few more palm trees by the condos could be nice. For smaller parts like that, I feel like they face away from the street. Is baseball big America-wide, or is it more localized? Like lacrosse is too, like New Hampshire and Rhode Island, etc. Maine. Lacrosse is quite big there, is it? Kind of more northeast. Yeah, buildings here. Do you want to consider something unique? It's a bit tall, that, isn't it? I think something zoned is the way to go. Unique buildings a bit much for that space, I think. Bookstore cafe, perhaps, says Mikey. We could use an actual campus asset. That's not out of the question. Something that'll fit though. Say bookstore. Oh, and the bookstore sits and fits as well. Is that a match made in heaven? It might be. Let's drag the campus area over here. We'll have a look at this. Actually potentially fusing it into the metro. Very old style though, isn't it? I think the problem with that, I really do like the bookstore there. But I think it's such a clash with this station. Or is it? You do get red brick and modern near each other. It's not like that's totally... I don't like this. I don't like the way it sits on the back. It doesn't look right. The campus cafe. We can try the cafeteria. That might be a better shout. Which is somewhere here. That. Yeah, the campus cafeteria is smaller. It does give me a bit more breathing room to blend it all in. Some might say it's a bad idea. Anyway, here's Wonderwall. I don't know, everyone. I don't know. I'm not immediately in love with it. Have you given any thought to putting an oasis somewhere in the desert? No, but we can do, 100%. A K-pop agency. You can repurpose a building if you want. I don't know, I feel like I'm not... I don't hate it, but I'm not immediately like, oh my god, yes. I'm usually really good at picking out a corner asset as well, but with this one here... I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe something wall to wall, because the station is so modern. I think it needs something to sit with it, you know? A bit of wall to wall office, perhaps. Or one of the plaza unit buildings might work. Something like this. I wouldn't mind fusing it into the station building. So it essentially lines up with the entrance there. I think that's a much better choice, isn't it? Needs to be a flat roof building, says Hedgehog. There you go. That meets your criteria. I think I'm much more appreciative of that. Love the campus assets always, but that one was a major clash. And then we'll have all this as a little bit of hello people space all around the edge of the station. And we just need to bring the pedestrian area back in the campus bit we just drew. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm game for that. Took a while. See, it's not always an immediate perfect science, is it? You know, sometimes you just gotta try out different things, see what resonates, see what doesn't. Here, I think I want one of the Railroad of Japan plazas, which won't fit. Not the large one, anyway. But I can just position a smaller one somewhat essentially. What's across the street from here? Auditorium. We'll just have a functional food plaza in here. I think some more trees at the front of the station as well in these little areas. As much dramatic palm as possible, I think, in this little plaza space. Let's bring some of the shorties in as well. Okay. I'm starting to feel the front of this station a lot more here now. Especially with the orientation of this building here. With hopefully some tram scurry beginning to develop. Yeah, it's getting there. Do you want to send a bus down here as well? To stop at the hub? Is there a bus? You're a bus? Yeah, there's already a bus here. Sweet, okay. Is there a need, really? You will drive on the pedestrian street. Okay, do that then. That's fine. I was worried about his turnaround being really awkward through here, but he'll just drive on the pedestrian road, so that's okay. Or do I actually want him stopping this side? Yeah, I think it will, because then he's not on the same road as the tram coming back through here. And then he can also stop here so the pedestrians don't have to cross the road, potentially causing more traffic if that bus line gets quite busy. Easily my favourite thing to build in city skylines here. Just these little integrated, not like the huge massive hubs, which are fun, but you only have maybe 2 or 3 of them in a city. But just these more cute suburban hubs are an awful lot of fun. Hey Root, welcome into the stream. Nice to see you. Could always use a ploppable cafe, says Baked Ziti. Can't stay long, just wanted to say hi, but it's nice to see you, Root. Welcome on in. I love that station, use it a lot. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? The Plaza station. Everything from Plazas and Promenade is nice, to be honest. Wonderful DLC. Okay. Dress in the back here. I wouldn't mind going with some of the food truck plazas, but rotated. So can have it connected there. Which we are going to get some clipping with people walking through the planters. It's either that or draw a road up it, isn't it? Or have it right on the edge of the pavement, so it almost looks purposeful. If I duplicate these up, how do we feel? I think we just need some more tables in here, don't we? For which we got some with renewed history, so we use these. Trying to humanize them a little bit so they're not all in perfect synchronization. Like they slightly move as people sit on them, stand up, etc. And I think just some larger, more dominant trees around the exit of this metro line into the rest of the current unbuilt city. Another building in here. And I think I'll be pretty happy with that hub after that. Some small commercial here. Let's go for something 2 wide. That'll do. Okay, I think I'm happy with that as the backing for the metro station. Why Bob isn't allowed in mod, I don't know what that means. Sunday, Bob does... Where we have Bob here with us. Yeah, we have Bob here. These smaller intermodal stations are always great. CS1 needs a station packed like Bad Peanuts recent CS2 one. Lots of small but detailed stations that also count as parks. Yes, technically it already has a Bad Peanut stations pack, doesn't it? But yeah, I definitely wouldn't be against another stationsy transit pack for CS1 for sure. Bring in some concrete here as well. Let's do 2 by 2 there. There we go. People picking that bus. That's just walking straight across this plaza here. There's not even a pathway there. Wait for another bus. Very nice. Nice little hub, that one. And then in terms of bringing our low density this side, which I think is what we'll do, an extension of this Green Cities district here. So this pattern keeps running probably for the foreseeable in this little belt between the rail and the highway as the grid keeps developing. I'll probably keep all this outer lying bit of the grid low density. The one for CS1 is focused more on larger stations. About the peanuts, where would you say they're large? I suppose they are kind of big. Which ones are you thinking of in CS2? I can't think which one you mean now. Thank you for the stream away. Thank you for the chat, everyone. Time to get to work here. See you later, Marco. Thank you for hanging out, buddy. You enjoy your day at work. Right, let's bring... this one down. I only want that for the 90-degree connection from the rail. And do we want to bring a bridge over from this suburb? I'm probably not against that idea, to be honest. Let's bring that across. And then we'll have to find a way to bring this over back to an arterial grid structure, which is likely going to come from here, I think. Not averse to a rail crossing. Let's bring this down. Let's bring the units from the grid. That can carry on. Then that can come down. That should connect perfectly. No, it won't actually, because it's drawn from the rail, isn't it? Not the grid. Yeah, and then I can just let this be cute outer-lying residential homes here. Just reform our terrain to not misbehave. Don't know what's going to happen this side of the highway yet. Future Egg's problem over there. Oh my god, one of the babies is under the weather and fussing, so I brought him into the office for quiet and he heard your voice and stopped. I'd love to hear that, Rue. You're very welcome. Also helping to calm the saddened babies of the world on stream. I'll take that as my good deed for the day. You must have the patience of a saint, Rue, to run a nursery from home. We'll go under the highway as well a little bit here. Let's get rid of these rocks here too. There's quite a few of them knocking around. Why does it not identify them all? That's so annoying. I'll just individually delete them then. Just the ones on the road, really. That's most of them. I don't want anyone to get jealous, but I'm off to the tip for the second time today. Thanks for hanging out, Egg. On the next one. See you later, Lammy. You have a safe and prosperous recycling trip, mate. We'll see you soon. Green cities we had here, didn't we? then we'll figure out some nice blending in of fence and residential pathway here. We don't need that road though, we can delete that now. I'm using Alt-V to rapidly change assets as well, by the way, if you're wondering. Every time I do this, I always get a comment on the episode or the stream bod. Like, hey, how did you do that? We'd find it at 13 minutes 73. Alt-V. Always. Alt-V. Something a little narrower here just to fill the awkward shaped space. There's no 4x2 low density assets, that's so irritating. It's okay, I'll just use smaller ones. There we go. And then let's reintroduce this riverbed that we have at this side. A bit more vegetation than overgrowth through here. It's really high actually. Let's cool that down a little bit. Cool your jets, forest brush. I'll keep houses running this layer as well. Make them catch a blimp to cross the motorway. Not in this city or any of my cities, Sean. Never. Never the blimps. I complement that comment with another one. The CS1 is more large stations. By large, I mostly make the focus more on trains and subways that require more infrastructure. The CS2 one had lots of bus and tram, some are massive, others have a smaller feel. What you build? Yeah, I agree with that, Joe. That, I mean, anything Bad Peanut makes is going to be good, isn't it? It's not so bad they make me laugh every day. We're good. As long as you get a job happiness through, that's what matters. Be happy at work and you never work a day in your life, right? Let's bring chain link fencing to protect the general public from high-speed rail. Have it run here. And then just all the way down. And then some sort of landscaped pattern here, perhaps. I feel like I'm overdoing the California palm, but it is a southwestern city, isn't it? So kind of hard for me not to. There's something there. Be a little rock out this way. It's absolutely enormous. Not that one. Oh, Rue with the $2 super chat for putting the baby to sleep. You're very welcome, Rue. I'm glad I could assist with sending your nursery children off to sleep. You're very welcome. It's fine. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. Let's get a bit more rock and stone along the riverbed, I think, here. The water's very clear. Which is fine. That's a good thing, after all. So we can start to see how each side of this interchange will fill in. Likely with some pedestrian underpasses taking place at some point. Although I can't see this bit of the map being as dense as the rest of the grid though. Although it would be nice if it was, because then we'd have the highway slicing mid-grid if it carries on down here. Just actually have a bit of an explore as to what that might start looking like, because I'm not going to build this grid today, obviously. Can we open that tile? Open these two here. What's the terrain looking like? It starts to get a little bit gnarly up here, doesn't it? So probably bring it to... probably this contour. And then I'll start angling the grid off down into this valley, probably. Maybe even switching the grid so it starts to run from this 45-degree boundary in contrast to this orientation, right? As it grows into the valley. I won't take the mallet grid atop the hillside into the Badlands, you know. I won't build it up here. Not sure if we will build anything up here, to be honest. This is a much more bleaker landscape, isn't it, atop the sun-baked plateaus compared to the valley down here. But yeah, something to do there, I think. I think I probably will keep it running this side then. There's a lot more Margaret to fill yet, everyone. Which is city. Will still be being streamed for a little bit. But I think we'll leave that stream there. I think I'm happy with that one. And I want to get back to recording Ilium this afternoon. So I think we'll leave the stream there, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me. Appreciate it. I always really enjoy these Sankoku streams and just having some modded fun science with these little builds. I hope you find them inspiring. And thank you for watching the VODs as well afterwards. Always appreciate it. Leave me a like below if you have enjoyed it. Thank you for hanging out with me, everyone. Rue, Elephant, Sunday, Shawnage, Jow, Minor, thank you for modding, mate. Appreciate you. Flopsky, Fireplace Gaming, Tess, James, Mikey, Tommy, Lammy, Hedgehog, Poplar. You're beautiful human beings with fantastic character. Nice to see you again as well, Poplar. Thank you for stopping by the stream, mate, and good luck with the Bambino if I don't catch you beforehand. If you ever need me to put it to sleep, apparently, you can just watch a live stream and I will send your children to sleep for you. It's a free service included with every video. But yeah, have a nice weekend, guys. There's a city showcase out tomorrow, a pretty big one as well. So enjoy that on the Murky Coast map. Always happy to see you there. And then yeah, have a nice weekend, and I'll see you next Tuesday for the next live stream. I'm not sure what we're doing yet. I will ask the patrons over in the Discord. But yeah. See you later, guys. Have a nice weekend. Appreciate you all. Goodbye.